Buenos dias. I'm Dr. Ramon Martinez from La Raza Historical Society. It's September the 11th, and today we're downtown during Black History Month. And we're going to visit the African American Community Services Agency, which is right here downtown on the corner of 7th and Julian Street. Newly elected San Jose City Council member Omar Torres is the representative for the downtown area. He's holding a traffic information hearing here today because safer streets is a real big need in San Jose. As you know, San Jose has lots of streets going right down through neighborhoods that are 4-6 lanes wide. So there's a need to improve street safety.
Oh, you're talking about the little box?
The little letter.
Oh, yeah, it always is. Yeah.
Yeah. Pancakes are right over there. Good morning.
I am Milan Valentin, and I'm the current Executive Director of the African American Community Service Agency. This is my 12th year serving the community in this capacity, and I'm excited to be here. Yes, so we've been around for 45 years this year, since 1978. AACSA has 6 pillars: education, economic development, health and wellness, social services, our family resource center, social and racial justice. This used to be a firehouse that our community turned into a community center so that people can meet, discuss topics, create solutions. And so we put on programs not only for the African American community, but for all communities that come to our door. So we hope you stop by AACSA when you get a moment. We're on 6th and Julian, and welcome to our house.
Wait, actually, no. Intersection safety, we make signals, striping up.
Yeah, hey Mayor. No, you're coming from a cleanup. Yeah. I'm not coming from a cleanup.
Hi Mayor.
Which is weird because I'm usually coming from
I'm Tamara.
Awesome.
Yeah, great to meet you. I'm trying to start. We had a
Thank you so much for being here, enjoying some delicious pancakes with us. My name is Cassandra Arreola, and I'm the Chief of Staff for the Council Member Omar Torres, District 3. We're super excited to be here. This is our first pancake breakfast, so this will make front page somewhere in his binder. But we're super excited to have you guys enjoy some delicious pancakes and talk about Department of Transportation. We got some really cool people today that are going to speak to you and introduce Councilmember Torres.
Great, thank you. Wow, good morning. I hope that everybody got pancakes because they were going out like hotcakes. Oh, that was a good one, I actually didn't get any. I know a few people have asked me if I've had pancakes, but I'm a super anxious, nervous person, so I before I ever do presentations or give a speech, I don't eat or drink and just focus on what I need to say. But really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here today. So it truly means a lot. We got into this job a month ago, and let me tell you, it's been a very interesting first month. As you may know, the very first few days, we had our potential flooding, right? We had a lot of rain, and our city stepped up and made sure that folks who are unhoused were out of the creeks and the waterways. And I made sure that my team was out there, and made sure with my team and myself were out there with our Office of Emergency Services. I felt very honored that myself as a council member was attending the Guadalupe, Washington Neighborhood Association meeting when 25 years before I was attending it as a youth organizer trying to get involved. And of course, Supervisor Chavez happened to be there, 25 years ago, in those same rooms. But before I do, we got two very important folks in the room. Before I hand over the mic to them, I do want to say a huge thank you to the African American Community Service Agency. Please give them a round of applause. It is very befitting that we are here during Black History Month. As you can tell, they have amazing posters from some of our leaders in our Black history who were trailblazers in whatever field they were in. And so, very honored to be here. And we actually do have the executive director here, who is also an elected official. And so, with that, I'm going to present to you the executive director of AACSA and trustee for Franklin McKinley School District, Mr. Milan Valentine.
I would say if you're happy and you know to clap your hands, but you guys are already clapping your hands, so give yourselves a round of applause. Shout out to all the San Jose State Spartans in the room. Yeah. So Omar and I went to college together. On behalf of the African American Community Service Agency, we've been serving this community since 1978.
Yeah.
The agency turns 45 years this year, and I've been the ED for 12 years of this nonprofit. As you can see, all of the balloons is because we take care of our seniors here. Tonight there is a senior Valentine's Day party. So seniors, if you want to get out, seniors always wear me out because you guys have a lot of energy. I don't know where you get it from, but I'm so glad that you have that energy. So if you want to come and have a dinner tonight in this room, if you want to come learn about heart health and expanding your life well beyond 65, join us at the AACSA. This used to be a firehouse that our community saw a vision because when oppression was pushing against my community, they said we can create a way. Where you are all sitting is where fire trucks used to park. This used to be a firehouse. So we created it into a community center for all people. We do unapologetically serve the Black community because we were not brought here by choosing to come to America. But even though when my ancestors got here, they created spaces and places and became great leaders, as you see on the walls. So if you need to use the restroom, you can go through this door or that door. If you would like to see the Inez Jackson Library, which was renovated by the Golden State Warriors of PG&E, it's in this room. It is also a bridge library so that children can get books and literacy and increase their levels of education. Intel and Comcast renovated our computer lab, not only for young people, but we have a Senior Citizens Connected program so that seniors can get connected to the outside world and friend people, not spam. So if you have any questions, of course our elected officials are here. Thank you for choosing AACSA as the first place to host your pancake breakfast in the community. We are humbled to serve you all, and if you have any questions, you can see any one of my team members. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
As usual, us folks from San Jose State are really humble, and so for real, please give Milan and this organization a round of applause because they never closed during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Wow.
We have our Department of Transportation Director, John Risto, in the back as well. We've got some, I think they left already. We had some members of our Local 393. I think they took off already. Oh, they're in the back. And we have ATU 265, our transit operators. And with that, I will pass it on to our new mayor, Mayor Martinez.
how are you all doing? Awesome, this is a great turnout. I love it. I'm feeling a little underdressed. I didn't know that I was out at a cleanup this morning, and I am just so impressed with how engaged our neighborhoods are. I was just at a cleanup down in Hoffman Viamonte where we must have had 75 people out cleaning up graffiti, picking up trash, putting tan bark out at the playground. I'm going to actually head right back down there so I can roll up my sleeves and help them. But I wanted to be here for the first pancake breakfast. Councilmember Torres has just hit the ground running. Just a few weeks ago, we were out together at 5 a.m. doing the point-in-time count along the river. It was about, what, 35 degrees maybe? 35. Freezing out there. But he's doing a tremendous job, and I want to encourage all of our colleagues to do these kinds of pancake breakfasts or other gatherings to bring our neighborhoods together. I think we know that to get better outcomes in our community, we need to connect with one another. You're doing this, you're doing a great job, and look forward to working with all of you to move our neighborhoods forward. Thanks again for having
me. Great, thank you, Mayor. Our next very important guest is someone who's known me, and she'll probably have hundreds of stories about me as a young teen organizer, Supervisor Cindy Chavez.
You know, Omar's right. I do have a lot of stories about that. I just feel in some communities that the hope was gone, the energy was gone, the vision was gone. People were like, this problem is too big. The only way to solve big problems is one step at a time. So I am thrilled that you have Omar here to lead us. And I'm thrilled because Omar is something very, very special and unique in public service. Maybe not so unique now that President Obama was an organizer, now everybody knows what that means. But the skills of organizing are one of the most important ways to make significant change. So he's starting out as organizers do, which is bringing people together, educating everybody so everybody has the same information, and then we're going to have an opportunity to share a vision and get to work. So, Omar, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for inviting me to hang out with you. And we're going to keep working with you. And I just want to say one thing about that. The County of Santa Clara has been working with the Conservation Corps and Caltrans to bring more dollars in to get the freeways cleaned up. We just got awarded almost $7 million in a partnership with them. And what that means is that the San Jose Conservation Corps is going to be doing some of the heavy lift, but there's going to be a role for all of us from a volunteer perspective, and I'll be letting you know all more about that. All right?
So before we have our presentation from our Department of Transportation, I do also want to let our residents know that I will be focusing on 5 priorities in the next 4 years. And it's going to take all of us. So one of them is obviously keeping our folks housed and housing our unhoused. Getting them out of our creeks, our waterways, out of our small business corridors. The other one is the quality of life of our neighborhoods. So ending blight, cleaning up graffiti, making sure that we're not illegally dumping in all neighborhoods. Number 3, public safety. Number 4 is economic recovery of our downtown San Jose. It is very unacceptable that we have 72 boarded up shops in downtown San Jose. We can no longer allow our downtown to continue to keep slipping. And number 5 is why we are here today. I grew up in a neighborhood where I had to dash to go to school. I had to dash across the street to go to school. I grew up in a neighborhood where everybody treated it as the 87 before the 87, because there was no 87. And so in the morning, I would have to, many of myself and my fellow students at Washington Elementary School, we had to dash across Almaden Avenue from Vine Street, by the way, to get over to Washington Elementary School. Wow. We had no traffic lights, we had no stop signs, we didn't have any of that. And I felt so badly for for our crossing guards back then. And by the way, even with traffic lights now in that neighborhood, we continue to have crossing guards because that's how dangerous it continues to be. Folks ignore the 87 to come and zoom down from Almaden Expressway into downtown. Vine Street's the same. After 4 p.m., Vine Street, if you live on Vine Street, you're getting 60 miles per hour, folks, heading back to our Almaden Valley and our Cambridge area. And the reason why I also wanted to start with our Department of Transportation is we lost a very, very prominent District 3 leader crossing the street for a community event in December. And we should never forget her name and forget who she was, because she was a trailblazer in her own right, and that was Maria Marcelo. And so Maria Marcelo was an activist, neighborhood activist, mom activist, immigrant activist in District 3, and we lost her at the end of December during a community event. And so that's why I wanted to have a discussion on pedestrian safety for my first pancake meeting. Totally, like always, forgot to announce your District 3 team. So it's not my team, this is your team. So if you can raise your hand, we have Kiara Ariola, the Chief of Staff. And by the way, Kiara Ariola grew up in District 3, so District 3 connections. We got Daniela Velasquez. By the way, grew up in District 3, and her parents are small business owners of District 3. So, are you getting it already? We have Diego Martinez. He grew up in District 3, but is now a Southsider. No, not offended. And by the way, again, also serves on the Oak Grove School District. So I got an education trustee on my team. And then we have Esmeralda Barreras in the back. Did not grow up in District 3, but I'll give her a pass because she graduated from San José State. And with that, we have Lam from our Department of Transportation. And by the way, before the presentation starts, I do want to say I had the pleasure of working with Anna Le. She was my supervisor when I worked for the city of San Jose. So a round of applause to Anna Le.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to try my best to yell. I usually have a very small voice. My name is Lam Cruz. I'm the division manager who oversees the Vision Zero and Traffic Safety Operations team. I'm here with John Risto, Jessica Zhang, Anna Lee, and Cordell Bailey. Thank you for having us and giving us this opportunity to provide the overview of our Vision Zero initiative as well as our traffic safety operations program. About over 80% of these fatalities are happening on our major roadways. The reason why is because people are going very fast. These roadways are posted speed limits of 35 miles or higher. We also see a majority, or 60% of these happening in dark hours. That's why we really encourage people to just be aware that a lot of these are happening in dark hours. Slow down and look for pedestrians as they're crossing the street. Unfortunately, about a good portion of these are pedestrians crossing out of the marked crosswalks. But still, we want drivers to really be aware that they could be crossing outside of marked crosswalks. Keep their eyes open and just make sure you guys are alert.
And I'm talking about primarily South 3rd William Street. That's where the first part is supposed to happen.
I didn't. I was providing a general overview of the safety program, but if you want more project details, I can definitely give that to you.
So,
about over 80% of these fatalities are happening on our major roadways. The reason why is because people are going very fast. These roadways are posted speed limits of 35 miles or higher. We also see a majority, or 60% of these happening in dark hours. That's why we really encourage people to just be aware that a lot of these are happening in dark hours. Slow down and look for pedestrians as they're crossing the street. Unfortunately, about a good portion of these are pedestrians crossing out of the marked crosswalks. but you know, still, we want drivers to really be aware that they could be crossing outside of our crosswalks. Keep your eyes open and just make sure you guys are alert.